back and through it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper. They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, Kimby, pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting, an onside kick to start this thing. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now, there's two sides to every coin. You come on the road, you get the onside kick to start the game. What a boost, but you don't get it. And now your back's against the wall a little bit.
You're exactly right. You nailed it perfectly. And so many ways to go at it when you're on the road. You think to yourself, well, if we start on defense, we blitz them early, try and create a big play. If we start on offense, we throw the big pass downfield. In this case, they said, forget all of that. Let's do it on special teams and try and catch them off guard with an onside kick unsuccessfully.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Herbert. He'll buy some time right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, LA!
Austin Eckler, 31 yards. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So that a very nice-looking touchdown run.
And on his first carry of the game as well.
And now they're going to fake it. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, and look, the game between college and the NFL continues to creep closer, but that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you'd snap the ball from the 3-yard line there, whether it's going for 1 or going for 2. So it makes sense to try it that way, to maybe fake it. In this case, from the 15, makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They go play action with Jackson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Edwards. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Inside handoff here to Ricard.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play, he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Jackson will keep it. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and goal, Jackson.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1.
6-0 our score after 1. They'll try to pound it in with Ricard.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Jackson here is going to look to throw.
And this is going to be hauled in. So they get the 2-point conversion. And now they have an 8-6 lead. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Odafe Owe so quick. And he gets to him there behind the line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On 4th down, Herbert.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Mike Williams, 48 yards. And the Chargers are once again back in front.
Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
They're going to try and run with Spiller. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 44, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. On 1st and 10, Herbert.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Second down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5.
Up the middle with Eckler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. A fairly short kick from the 14. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now Jackson.
And this one is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
4th down, here's Jackson. Oh, he bowls over it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll run here with Edwards. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Ricard, the fullback. And boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Patrick Ricard with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Herbert on 1st down now. He'll get this to Eckler. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Herbert off of play action. He'll buy some time right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert rolling to his right. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Eckler is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Eckler again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Another carry for the fullback, Ricard.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop him. That's just great theater.
And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Inside handoff here to Ricard.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
And that'll be a free 5 yards. Offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Jackson. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Oliver. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.
You gotta choose.